11 mass public shootings occurred across 7 different states, but 3 occurred in California, the only state with an A rating from the Griffiths Law Center to prevent gun violence. The argument of gun control is a controversial and divisive one that has been debated for a long time. Following recent catastrophic mass shootings, the topic has split opinions on the appropriate approach. Individuals on one side oppose firearms regulation and control. On the other side, some people of the argument advocate for gun limits. I have extensively studied and analyzed the subject of gun control, examining a wide range of scholarly articles, studies, and data from reliable sources. I have also reviewed the arguments and perspectives of experts on both sides of the gun control debate to gain a comprehensive understanding of the issue. Therefore, some gun control laws need better enforcement to prevent gun-related crimes and mass shootings. The lack of enforcement in laws enacted during the past couple of decades have failed to prevent the sale of weapons to criminals. As a result, the illegal trade in weapons have been a contributing factor to the current crisis of mass shootings. For instance, Proposition 63 required the California DOJ to continue to serve as the point of contact for firearm purchaser background checks. Firearm dealers must therefore initiate the background check required by federal law by contacting the California DOJ. Despite the various laws at preventing criminals from obtaining guns, the vast majority of guns are still obtained through illegal means. Most criminals who try to get guns through illegal means will not be affected by the expanded background checks. Some argue that increased enforcement violates law-abiding residents' Second Amendment rights. For example, 61% of men and 56% of women surveyed by Pew Research said that stricter gun laws will make it more difficult for people to protect their homes and families. However, it is critical to clarify that increased enforcement does not imply an overall ban on firearms. Rather, it seeks to guarantee that people who own firearms do so in a lawful and responsible manner. We can strike the balance between gun ownership rights and public safety by closing loopholes and enforcing background checks. High-capacity magazines should be banned or restricted to prevent a spike in gun crime. The best way to avoid future mass shootings is to limit civilian access to semi-automatic rifles, particularly those that can be quickly converted into automatic ones by their owners. According to an article about gun control, restrictions on assault weapons went further in 1994 when the federal government placed a ban on the manufacture and sale of specific models of assault weapons and various duplicates. However, the federal government now maintains stringent controls over automatic weapon availability and usage. But this is ineffective. If anyone can simply acquire and convert semi-automatic guns to automatic weapons, if semi-automatic rifles cannot be outlawed, they should at the very least be made in such a way that they cannot be converted to automatic guns. Even yet, the capacity of these guns magazines should be limited, as should their purchasing. In conclusion, although certain regulations can be very beneficial, they can also have their own setbacks. They can also have their own drawbacks. It is important that both the security and freedom of citizens are balanced. This is why it's important to enforce various regulations designed to prevent gun violence, to help with future mass shootings by reducing the chances of people getting killed by guns and protecting the innocent. It's time for authorities to implement law enforcement and resources to prevent youth from experiencing gun violence. According to the National Conference of State Legislatures, due to the high rates of suicide and homicides involving people with access to firearms, the mental examination should become an integral part of the licensing process to obtain a gun. Therefore, we must ask all youth and parents to join in the efforts to prevent gun violence by implementing stricter firearm legislation. However, these laws should be implemented in a way that is